Great play call, great pass, great reception. That play had it all.
We are 15 miles due west of the Atlantic, nestled in downtown Jacksonville at TIAA Bank Field. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Dallas Cowboys and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Ready to rock and roll. Here's Jonathan Garibay. And off we go from Jacksonville. This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted last week.
And right away, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And some room to maneuver. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be fielded inside the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They currently sit one game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely... But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game. Third and short yardage, Mayfield.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Now Mayfield. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35. A big play that time for Jacksonville. 48 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. To throw, Mayfield. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. The Jaguars sit 7-6, a game over 500 on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Cowboys are going to have it here just past the 25. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Huntley's throw here into the hands of Moore. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of 14. First down, Hurt! 18 Randall.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interception.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Devontae Wyatt able to record his 5th sack of the season. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. And it's a fumble. And the Jags grab it. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. That's probably bringing back nightmares of last week, isn't it?
No doubt about it. Right now, I'm looking over at the coaching staff, and I'm seeing the wheels turning in their heads, and you know what is happening? They're remembering how they started the season in camp, even in the offseason where they emphasized ball security, and they're wondering why the message isn't sinking in.
Yeah, 5 turnovers last week, now 1 here in the opening quarter. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there's good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now Mayfield lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. The big fella. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Extra point up and good by Garibay. And it's now 14-0. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This one fielded at the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How to get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that tuck rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it, but couldn't pull it in.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
He's going to go up top again. And that's caught inside the 35. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. 42 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Mayfield on 1st down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown on a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
Huntley's throw complete there to Moore. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Huntley to throw. Swings this out for Hunt. Finding space at the 40. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's Huntley. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. He gets this to Davante Adams. Touchdown, Cowboys. Davante Adams. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Mayfield. Open man, he's got Jefferson across the formation. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Mayfield. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That'll give them 8 that time, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. Mayfield to throw it. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one good for 37 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
64 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll go again here with Akers. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
And not only did he not get in the end zone, he didn't get the first down either. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Devontae Wyatt there for the stop.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room that if you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. To throw, Huntley. And the ball is knocked out, and the Jags grab it. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Justin Jefferson from 21 yards away. And the Jaguars are able to cut into that deficit. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And he'll cut the lead to 21-7. Now after the touchdown. touchdown. Here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Jags grab it. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Mayfield down. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
Slant to Adams. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football.
Now the ball comes loose, and the Jags grab it. Oh, he's got some breathing room.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Mayfield. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Justin Jefferson, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Jaguars have got it back to within a score. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And they'll work this down inside the 30. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw is here late in the season. He goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. They'll look to throw again. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Jags grab it. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. And now 3 drives, 3 fumbles.
What's amazing about it is when we go around and watch practices, how many times do we see them put that sleeve over a football now to make it more slippery and hard to handle? It's almost like they're playing with that sleeve on the ball right now. Was it 3 drives?
Yep.
3 fumbles?
3 fumbles.
It's time to change our luck some way, somehow. Focus, concentration. You'll hear those words on the bench in a big way right now.
That's complete to Pierce. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Mayfield. And his throw here's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Looking deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Cowboys are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, they do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Let's go now. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Huntley. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Jaguars are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. Looking to throw. Huntley. Rager catches it left side. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen it.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal?
And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And the Jags are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Following the interception, Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Mayfield off the play fake. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people are hurt. That's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
A quick throw out to Adams on the perimeter. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Jaguars are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch it and see what's going to touchdown.
Justin Jefferson, 51 yards. And the Jaguars have cut the lead back down to 2. It's been quite the game for him individually. A trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route. Whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
It's complete, and he is going to get in. But there is a flag down. Let's sort this out here. So he gets too far beyond the line, and that's an easy call for the official. So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. From his end zone, Isaiah McKinney. And all deep in his home territory, he coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Chris Harris with a pick, and he will take this one home It's a touchdown. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception returned for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the third quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side.
And it'll be intercepted.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Huntley's throw taken in by Adams. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Again, he'll drop to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
That's a great observation, too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking now.
There he goes, left side. The 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Davante Adams. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys have cut it back within a score. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So they try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. Garibay back out there now to send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
DeMarcus Lawrence in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Third and long for Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
And That's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Offense running back out here, and you remember last drive was pretty quick, about 10 seconds, Charles.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Jags are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get him next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch. Back now in Jacksonville. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield steps away to his left. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays, because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
On the move to his left. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
2nd and goal from the 1. It's a quarterback sneak, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Tyler Huntley
Scoring on the sneak from a yard out.
And the Cowboys have taken a 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Garibay.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
Garibay back out there now to send this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw, Mayfield. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Throwing, Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what.
And he's brought down. Can't can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
Hey, check that, street.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And a short gain here, down to the 22. The tackle by Eric Armstead. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Huntley to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. I respect both sides on that play, CD. For him to be able to hold on to that football and the impressive tackle, wow.
Did you notice the look between the two of them as they came off the ground? That look did say the word respect.
And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11.
19,
Here's Huntley. Touchdown, Cowboys. Kahale Waring, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Garibay back out there now to send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Play fake. Mayfield. He'll let this go deep for Bourne. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
This offense on 3rd down today, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. Buying time to his left. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And he is going to have a Jags first down as this defense, boy, a little too loose there. They give up a gain of 19 on 4th down. Mayfield. Flush to his right, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Cam Akers, 71 yards. And the Jags have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft, and when they were lining up with on defense, almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just one score. And we'll get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single play. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. From the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Ready, set.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Ready, ready.
To throw, Huntley. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Moore. That was just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
3. Go.
They'll try and sneak it here.
Yeah, boy, that's going to be close. He didn't get much at all there, but he got the first. Looked like they might have held him defensively, but the referee signals it will be a 1st down.
Now a timeout called for by the defense, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
Check pass, check pass.
Hunt will try going up the middle.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll go option to the short side. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're going to learn this as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there. Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
You hate to give the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead. But that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
Now he dumps this off over the middle.
But that's not going to help the cause as he stops short of the 10.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Gets his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. Well, earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice, safe throw and a good one.
Partner, they've got 1 chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
And he'll go out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Here's Baker. Another one on this play for Justin Jefferson.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that's going to bring up second down.
Now Mayfield.
He's going to let it fly.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And the Cowboys have just about sewn up this football game.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a